I've done my best and my worst, learned my lessons. No matter how hard my life would treat me, I'd always get right back up, never worry. 'Cause I got a million reasons to keep holding on. Yeah, I got all that it takes to win and overcome. What I got is just a feeling, but it's oh so strong. It goes on and on, on and on. There's something going on inside of me. I feel it growing stronger every beat. I never just believe in what I see, 'cause I can feel the energy, energy. Cause I can feel the energy, energy. I've met my demons one too many times. They taught me lows are what makes you feel so high. No matter how far my mind would wander, I'd always dare it to go even farther. 'Cause I got a million reasons to keep holding on. Yeah, I got all that it takes to win and overcome. What I got is just a feeling, but it's oh so strong. It goes on and on, on and on. There's something going on inside of me. I feel it growing stronger every beat. I never just believe in what I see, 'cause I can feel the energy, energy. The energy. I can feel it, I can feel it. 'Cause I can feel the energy, energy. Oh, I can feel it, yeah. Oh, I believe it, yeah. There's something going on inside of me. I feel it growing stronger every beat. I never just believe in what I see, 'cause I can feel the energy, energy. I can feel it, I feel it. Oh, 'cause I can feel the energy, energy.
Hi everyone, it's Artist from and Carpentry. Just an update on a job. So I've started the doors finally on the kitchen. Finally got to that stage. Corner's been done. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 doors to do. I've done 5 yesterday. So hopefully it will go a bit quicker today. It doesn't take that long, but I had to play with these bars to take door first of all on these 2 cupboards, because these haven't been purchased as a corner units, purely because it wouldn't work out anyway without framing and stuff. So it would be a waste of money, because the corner units are more expensive than standard wall units or carcasses. So hence why we just bought a standard carcass and altered it for our needs. That's the thing you're gonna have. Obviously this bar comes in for standard unit in the middle to keep it together, like a support, extra support. So now it is there. It's not great, but it needs to be there because it's 900 long, that unit. Corner unit will probably have like a post, like something there. So but yeah, as I said, they're more money, so to save money we've gone with standard ones. This is how it looks here. I'm hoping you're enjoying it, and we'll catch up with you later.
It started out like a movie scene, something straight out of a magazine. I crossed my fingers you'd come to me, then all of a sudden it became reality. Don't care about no gold, no one else to hit my phone up. None of that pretentious life. No, 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 don't need no.
Iron, it's artist from my country. Just want to share with you the advice when doing double doors. Like here we got a sink unit which has double doors. As you can see, I've left quite a big gap here. I usually leave for top and bottom about 5mm, and then for swinging them you want to around 3.5 mil between doors, and reason being is because they're not painted yet, so as you put paint on, that will add, I would say on 4 edges probably a millimeter together, so you want your gaps to be, you know, around 3 when finished. So when I made them, I allow probably 3mm to be cut down, just so I can cut it down. Then also what I do, I put 2 doors inside of the opening where they're going. I mark where I need to trim a little bit off, and that way you're gonna get perfect fitment in a opening. As a single door, I still allow well, I would say around 3mm gaps, because of the paint that will build up a bit. So yeah, that's how I do doors when I make them. I don't make them sides of the opening, I made them about 3mm shorter and 3mm narrower, so you only got to cut in 1.5 to 2 mil. It's just so you don't lose the thickness of the bars too much. If you trim up a millimeter or 1.5 millimeters from each side, no one's gonna, you know, notice that. But if you're gonna have to cut 3 or 4 millimeters on one side, you will see that. Plus also you need to allow for it being sanded. So hence why when I make those, I make them smaller by 3mm to the opening, width and height. And for height I allow 5mm roughly. When I trim them down, that gives 2.5mm gap, and in between and on the hinge side I allow a bit more, about 3. Reason being for hinge to, when it hinges on, it doesn't catch anything. And especially on double doors, you don't want it, because when you open it, it'll come out, and obviously the thickness of the door is 22 mil, so it will come out that way. So you need that 3mm gap at least. So just remember about that if you are creating something like that. Also, what I have used in making these doors, I've used double dowel instead of having a tongue and groove joint. I'll show you here. You can see here there's no tongue, which I usually did here, but it is done with dowels. I use 30mm dowels, 8x30 I think they were. If you want me to make a video on that, I could, just to show how to use it. And the pros I find with it is that the biggest one, these are the dowels I'm using. So why I started using it, it's safer, because when you do it with the router on the end, first of all your bar is very narrow, so you know it's not as easy to do it with router. Pulling it, well, I've had both, either table router. You've seen we've done some wardrobes probably a year ago nearly. I did a lot of routering. It's not as safe as with dual doweler, and it always is perfect because there's a stop guide on it. So what you do, you put it against the edge where you're gonna dowel it, and then you dowel it in. Actually, I can show you now how it looks. What I've got there. So I've got, you don't have to buy this make, but I bought it because I can have 3 different drills in it. So this is DD40 from FL. I'll just show you quickly how that works. So here you can see these 2 pins, and that is to stop your timber, to stop it always same place. So in the corner it just clips on. So take timber here. So that's your part. So you put it like that, and it stops, and then you drill holes in your side, and it will be obviously you got it from both sides as well. So if you do one side, you use that pin to stop it. If you do the other one, you use that pin, and it always is exact position. Only thing you need to watch is the wobble, because it does have a, you have to hold it quite firm so you can do it, and then it just goes in. So if you want me to do a separate video on that, I can make one, show you how that tool works. And I think it's definitely a lot more precise, because if all your cuts on the doors with your saw are square, then there's no reason for it not to be square, the door itself. With tongue and groove, what I found, sometimes it was sliding in this on the sides. If a cut is slightly out of square, it would slide, because it would try to fit that bar, basically the cut. And you know, there's always something a little bit sliding around. But with dowels, obviously it's makes 2 holes, you put dowels in, and it just joins 2 together, and no movement of no sliding around basically. So I think it's a lot better, and it's a lot flatter as well. You can get a lot flatter finish when you join 2 together, especially when you don't have a joinery and you make everything on site like we do. If you got joinery, yeah, it will be, you know, fairly easy, because you've got a specialized tools which does it for you basically. But when you do it on site like we are, then that is a great tool to have. I hope you're enjoying it, and we'll catch up with you later.
I've been waiting for this, yeah. It's been up on my mind. Oh, it's hard to resist. Feeling like one of a kind. Oh, now the hard time's over, and for a moment I won't look back now. Yeah, and it's moving closer. I can feel it coming. Oh, now it's my time now. Oh, now when I look back, it's like it's another game that I'm playing now. 'Cause it's
at the night sky, and even though it's the same, it feels like I got new eyes. Oh, now the hard time's over, and for a moment I won't look back now.
Hi everyone, it's me again. I want to show you something. When you're fitting drawers, you should pre-made ones. You probably be having this problem. So basically what it is, if I show you, as you can see, I fitted all the drawer fronts and there's a little lip. If you can see there's a little lip on a drawer front, and the reason being is because these pre-made drawers, the bottoms, you can see there, are slightly proud, so that's what causes it. So to get it flat, what you're gonna have to do is take this out, take the drawer out, and recut. You're gonna have to recut this board. So you're gonna have to take this apart, take drawer front off, and then you're gonna have to cut that back, which I'm gonna do now, because there's no way of otherwise adjusting it, making it flat, because that is what makes it. And to get these off, it's quite simple. You got a screw here, put your screwdriver in there, you turn and it disengages it. Same on the other side. Put screwdriver in here, turn, and it disengages. So that's out. The next thing what you need to do is pull the drawer out. Should go up and wiggle. It comes out. So this is the drawer. We're gonna take it apart. So what you're gonna have to do is unscrew these screws here. 4 screws really, not a lot. Then it'll come apart. So we're doing that now. We'll do that now. Take it apart. And cut it, take it apart, like so. Pull that out. This can stay, don't have to take that apart. So all we got to do is cut this a little bit shorter, and then that will solve the problem. Cut a couple mil shorter, or 1.5 mil, and then it shouldn't be pushing it out. So then I'm back. Back in. And oh, I didn't quite fit. Right, as you can see, now the finish is flush. So that's what you got to do, and that's what you need to allow when you buy these pre-made units and stuff like that. That there's always something which is not quite right. Same with the squareness of the units, they're not quite square, so it does tend to throw things out. I hope someone will find it useful, and I'll catch up with you in next video.